go to concerts, I go to festivals, I love emo music, and I love the world around me as it exists the way I look at it. This vlog is going to be a little different in terms of viewing experience. I'm trying to dissect my brain and the concepts I've been implementing into my daily life, but you know, these things are a bit difficult to spew out, but damn, we're gonna try anyway. I have a few wants recently, one of them being purpose. Whether that purpose just be existing, having sweet conversations with strangers, figuring out my hobbies and learning how to thrive within them, creating things or watching things be created, finding the beauty in magic, all things unexplained, and basking in the energy of it all. With that theory comes this fresh sort of new craze of a topic called being delusional. So, what's it mean to be delusional? I had to call in backup for this one. Meet my friend Cassie. She's a part of Generation Z and has the wit, charm, and charisma of 10,000 fairies. She's a wonderful part of what keeps me in the loop, and well, she's here to explain DELULU.
Okay, I'm gonna stop and do this video while I have good lighting. So, you may be asking what it means to be DELULU. And you know, that's a great question because, so the DELULU inherently comes from the word delusional, which hopefully you all know the definition of because I don't have a dictionary on me. Anyways, but DELULU is like a little bit more in depth than delusional. Like it's a little more girly pop. It just has a little more fun, a little more flavor. It's a little more silly, goofy. Like you can be like delusional is like rooted in an almost like you're losing your mind. DELULU is like oh, I'm just being like a silly little goofster who like is just exploring possibilities. DELULU is more of like, it's like a mindset. It's like you're in a mind palace. DELULU is you're in your own girly pop mind palace. And it's just like a little bit like unhinged, like rooted in just like your rationality. Irrationality. So therefore like no rationality, but like it's a fun, good, silly, goofy time. When you're delusional, like typically it's rooted in like fact, you know? Being DELULU doesn't necessarily need to be rooted in fact. I could be a little DELULU and be like, oh, like he totally likes me, even though he's like 10 years older than me, and it's not in my dating field whatsoever. But there is a little truth to it, because like, what if? I think my new act of being DELULU is walking through neighborhoods that are just like, look at this. Are you fucking for real? Just like gorgeous and like almost pretending like I'm a new kid on the block and I live here now. And I think obviously that goes a lot with manifestation. Like, yeah, I live here. Yeah, I'm in this neighborhood. Like that's just kind of like the vibe that like you kind of have to give off sometimes. And I just realized too, I don't like how my name's on my cup and it's outward. So if someone's passing me, they could just say my name and like know my name. That's just, my mom raised me very not trusting of anyone around you, which I'm very grateful for, so.
Another want of mine of recent is that feeling of newness, like the feeling of a new month, perhaps is enough to make me continue on. The energy surrounding new friendships, I truthfully love those. The adrenaline high of planning a new adventure, what a treat it is to just explore. The eagerness to visit a new city and the drive to get yourself moving again. When it all boils down to thinking about what you want in life versus how you're actually existing on like plane of life, somewhere in the middle in this gray area becomes your hopes and your dreams, and your hopes and your dreams are manifestations. And I know sometimes people equate manifestations to like, okay, calm down, you're delusional. But guess what? Maybe we're just gonna start being delusional. Delusion is not very far off from manifestations, which is obviously in the same wheelhouse as witchcraft. I think a lot of people shun the idea or practice of witchcraft for the sole fact that it's a little out of sorts of normality. Sure, you get some people eager to celebrate Halloween and the autumnal season, but when it comes to living by your rituals, they turn a blind eye, or worse, they simply ridicule. Luckily, on this channel, we as a self-proclaimed internet coven are welcoming, kind, mindful, and appreciative of how others ought to live their lives. But sometimes it's not always the case. To not shed brain power on the non-believers, I want to pivot back to talk about the irony of DELULU being awfully similar to The Secret or manifestation methods and the power of positive thinking. How witchcraft is everywhere, even when you can't necessarily pinpoint it. Being DELULU is apparently the new latest craze, and to be honest with you, I think I've always been a little bit DELULU, which is just short for delusional, in the sense of making sure that I do and feel and experience and love anything that I want to, regardless of how crazy it might seem to the general public. I love this new term, just saying like, oh, I'm in my DELULU era, I'm being so DELULU, because you're not. You're just romanticizing your life in a way that no one ever expected or needed you to. But you just keep taking control and taking like the reins of your own horse in the way that you most feel like you should. And I don't think that there's anything really truly delusional about it. Finding clarity within myself and the world around me has been super important lately. I've been trying to plan roadmaps of pillars I'd like to hit, land targets of what I ultimately desire, and figure out what my next move, line, and meal are. As a not really a planner, but technically a figurer-outer, this has been my most difficult experience. Clarity is never even that clear, and even when it is, there's more depth to what's on the surface, so is anything ever even really clear? Am I being clear enough about this? So you guys want to know the craziest thing? Obviously on the topic of manifestation and just the universe kind of showing you signs that you probably belong somewhere. We were supposed to look at apartments this morning. Well, actually no, we were supposed to look at apartments this afternoon, but we were driving here this morning just to like kind of be in town, see if anything like changed or we were able to add on any other stuff. Unfortunately, we weren't able to add on any more stuff. And unfortunately, the 2 tours that we were supposed to have today got canceled. We were already on our way, whatever. As we were 30 minutes away from Philly, my friend texted me. We were also supposed to go to a show. It was gonna be at Underground Arts. She texted me a picture of a Facebook status of Craig Owens who were in Chiodos and now he's in drugs. Well, he's been in drugs, but Destroy Rebuild Till God Shows. He was in like a million bands. Craig Owens is going just like on a Craig Owens tour. Their van like flipped over, like, and it was crazy, and fortunately no one got like hurt, so they canceled the rest of the tour, and including the show that was supposed to be today. Couldn't even believe it when she sent it to me. It was just like this one thing where I was like, oh my god, there are so many signs pointing us to not go to Philly tonight, right? Cancel the hotel, like we should turn around, we should just like show back up tomorrow. There's no reason for us to be here today for any reason whatsoever. And you know, you think that, and then you get here and then you see neighborhoods, and we were walking around all day and it was like so chill and like just a chill day. It was hot out. And then my friends ended up coming to Philly anyway, and we hung out and we had dinner and it was like a really nice night. And then as we're there, one of our friends invited her boyfriend, who we are also friends with, so we got to like hang out with him too, and we never usually get to hang out with him, so it was quite nice to just like all be together on like a random Thursday night. Then another friend showed up that I had met a couple of times, and she's just like this really cool girl, so it was really, really cool to like hang out with her as well. And it was just like this whole gaggle of friends that like, of course everyone's like kind of friendly with each other and like everyone is friends, but like Jordan and I are kind of like, whether or not like the oddballs of it, but everyone knows that like we love Philly and like we're like looking to move here, and like it's just like such a cool whatever ransom thing. Fast forward, I'm sorry if this is a little bit long, half an hour ago or something, Jordan's in the bathroom and he goes, oh my god, blah 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 is in Rittenhouse, and our hotel right now is in Rittenhouse. So I was like, oh whoa, that means that they must be right here. Turns out one of Jordan's friends slash coworkers slash dude who's from Philly, like total Philly guy, who he never gets to see because he like hasn't been in Philly for the last few months, is literally around the corner at a bar DJing. So Jordan gets out of the bathroom and he's like, well, I guess I'm putting pants back on because I'm gonna go walk around the block and go to the bar. And I was like, you do that, I'll be here. I know this is a very long, like, what the fuck are you saying, Bianca? Go to sleep, you're probably obviously tired sort of insert in this vlog, but it's not random. It's the universe kind of carving out a way to showcase to you what you're supposed to be doing. And sometimes things don't work out, and they don't work out for a reason. And the reason why they don't work out is because there are other things that are bound to happen. And it's like the universe giving you little sprinkles of gifts to do and to be excited about and to vibe with. When I was crafting this vlog, the only thing at the forefront of my mind was that I wanted to make sure my mindset gets acknowledged. I want to be free in those moments of creation. I want to create in my free time. And I know it's a long way past midsummer now, and as we're approaching the cornerstone of fall, I just want to express how happy I am to do this alongside all of you. I know one day these stories will just live as they are. I know soon enough we'll have more gatherings with one another. I know eventually something else might come up along the way. But know that your world is whatever you make it out to be. It can be full of light and air and warmth and breeze. It can have all of the seasons or none at all. The space you make for yourself is the one I'll never judge, and the energy you emulate is the one you will get back tenfold. So actually, in hindsight, I think this vlog takes place over the course of like 2 weeks time. I don't know what day it is, don't ask me. I just know it's the summer and we're getting into the territory of mid-July. I'm tired, but I'm not letting that stop me from running amok with my friends, even if I like would love to just lay in a big cozy bed. Yesterday, I drove to Philly from New York City because we went to Sad Summer Festival, and Sad Summer was in Philly. It was like very fun. It was a long day. It was hot. I think it was the hottest day that we've had thus far in the summer. It was like 97 degrees and it was so humid and it was so, the sun was beating down. Dude, it was crazy. I'm surprised I'm not tanner, to be honest, unless you guys think that I'm tan. But after the fact, we came back here. I'm staying, this is like an apartment style hotel with some of my friends, and we like showered and we got ready and we didn't go to sleep. We went to a boat party. Went until 2 a.m. but it was so fun, and I met so many different people from different walks of life and different areas, and not everyone's from Pennsylvania, not everyone's from Philly. I was the only New Yorker, but it kind of happens when you're in Pennsylvania a lot. You just like stick out and it's just you're the one. It was nice to know that like that moment and those memories would have never happened if I let my brain or my anxiety convince me that I should just go home after the festival. That's a little too much for me to do today. Maybe I shouldn't. Because you only get like certain opportunities like that once. And granted, a lot of my videos, it always comes off that it's like very nonstop, and it is. But I feel like I enjoy that, and I really thoroughly like the chaos of it all. I like hanging out with people, and I like being with friends and acquaintances, and even if I don't really know someone, I'm very comfortable enough to go up to them and just talk and to hash it out, go up to them and sing that same song. You don't have to talk about anything crazy. You don't have to like try to relate to somebody. Sometimes it's just exciting to dance alongside someone who's on your same beat. You know, we're talking about being delusional and we're talking about manifestations. A lot of that comes with too, I think, spending time alone. And it doesn't have to be a physically alone, but like a mentally alone, where you could like check out and journal. I have a few videos on like journaling and mindfulness and how to like actually actively journal for like better mental health. It saved me numerous times. It's crazy, but I just love writing, and I like putting it all on paper because it makes me feel like I could get it out of my brain. And right now my friends had to leave, and I'm just in this massive gorgeous apartment hotel by myself. There's a farmer's market outside. It's raining, so it just looks magical and it's so peaceful. I got dressed, I did my skincare, I didn't put any makeup on. I'm just like so happy to like exist in my own skin right now. Like even like underneath, like look, like my natural curls, I just left like these ringlets everywhere. And it was making me feel so good and so happy. And I don't know if it's just a mindset switch, or I don't know if it's because I'm filming this video and my theme of this video is convincing me that you have to live your life this way, and it's amazing. This is the first time I've been like really like alone, straight up. Like I live with people, so I'm here, like I'm alone, and it's like, this is fucking rocks. Like I'm a person who doesn't like to be alone, but not because of any other reason, but I just like to hang out with people. I'm a people person. I just want to talk to people. I want to hang out. I want to tell them my stories. I want to hear their stories. I want to see what they ate for lunch. Like I'm just like that. But it's a very cool thing to sometimes step out of that, take a step back and like view it from a different standpoint. And I think that's really what I'm doing right now, especially because I'm like digesting everything that happened yesterday, because it was a festival, and everything that happened in this last 2 weeks, because again, this video like spans in 2 weeks time, because I keep running back and forth to Philly because I'm trying to move here. That's it, guys. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say about being open.